Sasawa. My name is Anna Cherono Konuche, a member of the Law Society of Kenya and vying for the position of Vice President, Law Society of Kenya, in an election that will be held in about a day's time on 29th of February 2024. And currently work as a teacher at the Kenya School of Law. And I have had an extensive career in the legal profession, spanning from private practice to academia, a bit of corporate, and also public service. When I was the Attorney General, I worked at the Attorney General as well. I have come to members to seek mandate on a platform of 4 agendas. Number 1 is strengthening of corporate governance at the Secretariat. A Vice President at the Law Society of Kenya is one who chairs the Staff and Finance Committee, and that requires a person who is experienced in matters corporate governance, matters handling of people, staff, and finance. And that is something that I do on a day-to-day basis at my workplace at the Kenya School of Law. So I have the requisite experience to be the Vice President of the Law Society of Kenya. And my interaction with students all over the country and over the years, the ones that have passed through my hands, I have mentored quite a number. And on a daily basis, they call me sometimes that they don't have opportunities, they don't have jobs. And that led to my second agenda on the issue of welfare and creating of opportunities for young lawyers, especially those who are joining the profession. A member of the council requires somebody who has a vision for the society, a vision that goes beyond just 2 years. And my argument is that this is a profession that is growing very rapidly, and in about 10 years' time, we may hit the 50,000 member mark. And we need to rethink our profession in terms of how we want it to be run, in terms of business model in the next 10 years, in terms of the vision for society, even infrastructure-wise. So it's not just about running for these 2 years, but also putting in place structures that will outlast even my term in council or the term of the council that is incoming. Putting in place an agenda and strategies to achieve that vision that we are going to have. And this involves engaging members, a person who likes to consult a lot, and I will consult members a lot on the issues that affect them. We need to expand practice space. We have seen a lot of encroachment in practice space, the latest being the introduction or the proposal of Huduma centers offering judicial services. I argue that this will present a challenge in the sense that it will create a place that quacks will thrive. We will have people who run around the corridors and you're not sure whether they are advocates or not. So this is something that should go back to the drawing board and consult members of the society to see whether we can retract it and see how we can better bring services to members other than through Huduma. One of my proposal is that we need to strengthen the National Legal Aid Service, which is under the Attorney General. If it is well funded, it will be able to not only absorb lawyers, but also provide services to members of the public free of charge, those who need the services. So that is another way, that is a better way of bringing services closer to the members of the public other than just through the Huduma Center. And finally, my proposal is that members need to be more engaged in the activities of the society, and I propose that in future we need to have members participating in the budget making process. That way they set the agenda for the society for the next 2 years, and number 2, we avoid the quarrels that we have at the AGM every year over how money has been spent by the council and the secretariat. That and many more. The rule of law, of course, we champion for the rule of law. We emphasize the fact that court orders must be obeyed. It is not an option. It is not something that the executive can cherry pick and say we will obey this one and not obey this one. And where there is a court order that does not favor the government needs to go back to the drawing board and find a solution to the problem instead of saying that we will not obey court orders. So that and among others are part of the agenda that I've presented to members as I travel the country, as I've shared my agenda. Even my poster speaks of that. And I urge the members of the Law Society of Kenya, come 29th of February, to vote me in as their Vice President. I am reachable, I am stable, I am mature, I am bold. I speak my mind, and I'm a person who is dependable. Thank you very much, and I appreciate the time.